Well, I'm working on a new painting, and one of the colors I want to use a lot of is phthalo green. And so I'm going to mix up some different variations with some other colors, and that's what I'm doing in this video, so that I don't go too far with this and I can see what kinds of mixes that I really want to use. Well, I'm going to mix up a little bit of mixes of phthalo green. I have a tube of phthalo green blue shade here, and I'm just going to mix up some variations because I usually use Viridian, but I have some phthalo green pastels at home that I really like, and I just would like to find some other variations. It's pretty strong coming right out of the tube. So I'm going to have this sketchbook here, and I'm actually going to write down what I use to mix the colors. Oh, and I should have gotten some black. I just want to have some different variations to see what I can do with it. So, put some white here, and it's so intense. So I'll just put this down. There it is with white. And I could tint it even more, which is very pretty, you know, because it has kind of a greenish tinge to it, even more white. And this, unfortunately, this thing has some black in it. So I need to get a cleaner brush. Here we go. And I need a paper towel. It's always something. So, but anyway, so I've got with some white and more white. Now I'm going to take some of it, I think, and I am going to mix a little yellow ochre. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to take, maybe I'll just put some of the yellow ochre in here. Okay. Okay, so I will put that here. That's kind of nice. Okay, so this is yellow ochre plus a little white, and I think I want to have it even lighter version. A little bit more maybe. You know, I like doing these mixing because you don't want to be trying to figure that out while you're painting. Now, I like that. That's nice. All right, I'm going to clean this off. So yellow ochre is nice. Works pretty well. What about some, here I have this open. I am going to take a complement like, but I'm going to take this red oxide, mix that a little bit. You know, I like red oxide. It is a color I like to use. Ooh, so that makes a really nice dark. Kind of like that. Let me, I think I need to add a little bit of matte, a little bit of matte medium to some of this, so I can thin it a little. everything is always, I ought to try and figure these things out before I shoot a video instead of as I'm shooting a video. But I can always edit things out, which I do. So I wanted that a little, you know, really like that. The red oxide. That's nice. Now I want to put a little white in with that. So I'm going to clean off this one that I had some of the black on. Now, I want to see what a little white with that is going to be like. Okay. See, now that with the red oxide, which I put very little in, made a really nice tint. It toned it down a little. I think I'm going to put some of this white here. I think I want to try even a little more red oxide. Because it's a complement, you know, it's going to tone it down. Well, that's probably too much. Yep, too much. Let me pick up a little bit more of the phthalo, put that in there. What's going to make, I can tell right now, it's going to make some kind of a nice, almost a reddish brown. Ooh, now with gray, that's very pretty. I like that. Okay, that's nice. You know, you never know what you're going to get. It's kind of a big surprise. So I'm going to put that there. I like that gray that I get from mixing the red oxide and the phthalo. Nice. All right. Now I'm going to mix. I need a little bit more of this, and I think I'm going to mix some Naples yellow, or yes, I'm going to mix some Naples yellow. And I have this one. There we go. Yay, it came out. Let's see what I get with this one. I like Naples yellow. It's not a color I ever used very much of. Oh, there's a nice, really kind of grassy green. I'll add a little more Naples to that. Okay, that's nice. Okay, Naples. Naples yellow. All right, what about a little of that and some white? That's pretty. So a tint. Very nice. Now I have this painting behind me that is going to be using, oops, here's another problem. This is all clogged up because I haven't used it for a while. And so I'm going to pull this out and hopefully be able to get some paint. Yes, okay, so this is my substitute for raw umber that was all dried up. You can see when I don't use some of these colors often enough, they get a little dried up. Now I'm going to put some of this. We'll pretend this is raw umber. It is actually Charvan warm gray, which is really a brown. All right, let me put this down here. Still a pretty nice variation. Let me pick some white up. And we'll put that next to it. Okay. All right. Now the other, I have one more kind of color family that I want to use, and that is violet. I am going to mix, I'm going to put that up here. I have a friend who mixes violet and green and gets some wonderful colors. So I'm going to take this, some violet. Oh, that's going to make a wonderful purple. Interesting. Might need a little, whoops. Wasn't sure what I was doing here. Okay, it makes a really great purple. So, that was Permanent Violet Dark, which made a really, really nice violet with, So there are a lot of other variations I could do, but I really wanted to start to see what would happen. You know, another color that I might want to put in the mix is some kind of a blue. I don't have that, but I don't like using paint right out of the tube. I really like mixing up some variations on that. It's not that I wouldn't use something like this right out of the tube. Oh, I guess I didn't use any black, did I? Let me do that final thing here. Put a little here. And let me do a little bit of black and some white. See what happens. Because Viridian and black makes a really nice, and you don't need much black. So here we go. We've got that. Let me mix it up here. There is the phthalo and some black. I need to go back. Well, that's really a dark. Now that's nice. I like this. I like the phthalo and the Mars black. Okay. I need to go and I need to write down everything I did here. This was Permanent Violet. This was brown, or the warm gray. This was black. The other one that might be nice to use is some other kind of a yellow. I'll have to continue to work on some variations, but there are some nice variations in using phthalo green and some yellow ochre, some warm gray, permanent violet dark, Mars black, white, red oxide, and Naples yellow. And I could go on and make more variations, but maybe this will help me as I start to work on the painting behind me.